Hello, folks. Welcome to the happiest time of your day where we're talking with celebrity ghostwriter Joshua Lisec about a new offering. Joshua, welcome to your own party.
Thanks for having me on here, Brian. I'm pretty stoked to tell everybody about this adventure.
It's going to be a good time because I've been on your team for about a year now. We've talked to so many people that understood the authority building aspect of having a book, but they didn't have the time or the funds to go ahead and actually use you for the entire experience because that's an elite level offering and not all people, not all companies are at that kind of place. So in this call today, we're going to talk through your new offering, who it's for, how long it takes, some of those details, and how many spots are left in your first cohort for the people who want to get signed up right now. So let's go ahead and dive into it. The new thing, folks, is called the Authority Accelerator. We're looking here at the sales page, which for anybody who wants to jump the line, here is the place where you can go ahead and get over to this page. But let's start off with this, Joshua. What is it? What's the big picture for this new offering?
The best way to get what you want in your business as in your life is to become the go-to authority on your subject matter. The best way to become the go-to authority on your subject matter is to write the book. The best way to write the book, as I've gotten feedback over the last 12 years, is to get Joshua Lisec's help. The issue is that for many people, for whatever reason, that help has been out of reach. Not everyone has a six-figure ghostwriter budget, for example. For whatever reason, that's okay. There are still people, though, who are like, well, can I just kind of, do some of the writing myself? Like, I'm willing to do some of the writing myself and kind of like you guide me. Yes. Finally, the answer to that question is yes. But the problem with a lot of coaching programs, coaching cohorts, coaching offers is you kind of have to figure things out yourself. And the coach just shows up kind of once a week and goes through some basic entry level stuff. And you're left to flounder and figure it out on your own. And after you pay $10, $20, $15,000, you don't have the thing that you hope for in the first place. That's what I don't like about coaching and cohorts and like that. It's kind of assumed, well, you'll figure it out yourself. So what we've identified is that there is this wonderful space that's between Joshua as your ghostwriter and buying one of Joshua's courses and kind of figuring it out yourself. And that's a done with you experience where I'm your GPS and your guardrails and you're the driver of the experience. And it's like the best way to say it for everybody who's bought that course. The reason people love that course is because it's me working on people's stuff there in real time and giving feedback and explaining why I'm changing it. That is what we are turning into the book writing experience. So what this will be like is it'll be a small group of like-minded individuals. I think at this point we might have 1 or 2 spots left. Like we just announced it and almost everything is taken. People are putting in their deposits saying, oh my God, I have to have this. So that's good. I think we've got some product market fit here. And it's because it's the people who want this are transitioning from expert to authority. Like, you know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. For example, one of the people who filled out the application, he said on the application, when you click apply now, he said, I'm already the best at what I do. I just need more people to know that. If that's you, this is for you. If that's not you, this is not for you. You can't go from being a non-expert to being an authority because you'll soon be found out as being a fake guru or as a fuguru, as one of my old clients like to say. But if you know what you're talking about, but no one else knows what you're talking about, do you know what you're talking about? That's who this is for. It's going to be a 5-month experience. We begin the very end and very beginning of May and June. So we begin this adventure the very end of May, very beginning of June. It's going to be 5 months of me making you write the best damn book you've ever written. And I will be there to fix it along the way. Prevent you from making the mistakes.
Right? It's the people have access to your team to a limited extent, which is different from just buying a course.
Yes. When you buy a course, it's like it's truly self-study. It's DIY. When you get Joshua the Ghostwriter, well, Joshua does everything and then writes the book, right? But what we're doing is we're taking the beginning and end of a done for you Joshua experience, which is I help you identify, here's the correct book for you to write, title, subtitle, description, outline, and then I write it for you. We're just switching roles. I still tell you what book you're going to write, the one that's going to do the best for you, position you as the go-to expert, that's going to generate the opportunities that you want, that will easily convert readers into clients for you to help you hit the big time, get the major media PR that you want, all the benefits of becoming the go-to authority. I will make sure you write that book, and I will also help you write that book. So it's a great time trade-off for how much time I'm putting in versus what the people, the members are paying. I think we found a proper equilibrium for that expert to authority who doesn't have a six-figure ghostwriter budget. Everybody I've been talking to are bona fide experts. So there's going to be value in this small cohort of people who all get it, who are like-minded in their understanding that they all know what they're talking about, and they're surrounded by people who know what they're talking about. But because they come from different industries, they'll be able to give different insights, different feedback that will be useful, that will sharpen the ideas and help prevent write the wrong book in the wrong way. And at the end, you will have your softcover book, you'll have your hardcover book, you'll have your audiobook, you'll have your ebook, you'll be successfully launched. It's going to require less money than a ghostwriting package, but it's going to be more time from you directly. And this is the good way to think about the authority accelerator, because the authority is also an author because it's in the word. Ha ha ha. That's why we're calling it this. It's people who don't want to wait 10 years to become the uncontested authority in their niche. They want to skip the line, so to speak, catapult to greatness. That's what this experience is for. It's for people who are competent communicators. So like if you can't write, this isn't for you. But this is a little graph that kind of shows where we are at on the spectrum with this.
So how does someone know if they're at the right place in their business, that they belong here in the middle in the done with you versus the do it yourself or the done for you?
Yes, so the people who choose the done for you package, these tend to be people whose schedules are already maxed out. They have way more money than they have time, and they want that curated boutique experience of just showing up an hour a week talking to me and then just trusting that everything's going to get handled. And they spend a few minutes reading that chapter, maybe making a few tweaks. It's that sort of professional who is, they are both the expert and the authority already, right? And it's because they're both that they just don't have the time to try to sit down and write a book. It's just a terrible use of their time when they compare how much they're able to charge per hour, how much demand for their services, and how much to pay a ghostwriter. It's like, oh yeah, 6 figures for a ghostwriter. Oh, that's cheap. That's cheap relative to what I would have to do if I had to spend that time myself. So people who are already in that space, who are good for a done for you, a true done for you, a high price ghostwriter, because from their perspective, it's not that expensive. And then the DIY, that's the scrappy side hustler person who may still have an 8 to 5 job, who may still not be exactly sure what their offer is even going to be. But the Authority Accelerator is for people who have found product market fit or something like that. You've had multiple clients before, you've done and run multiple projects successfully, you're a competent communicator. When you talk to prospects about what you do, they get excited, but it takes you 90 minutes to explain it. And there's often, well, I don't know about that price. There might be a little bit of sticker shock sometimes. You just want to get over that crap. You want to skip right to the greatness, to the people are coming to you, rather than you having to try to just constantly find ways to guerrilla market yourself. And you might be a little more sensitive to the price. So hiring a ghostwriter I don't know, it just might not make sense for me, you might think. And that's okay, because we found a way to serve you too.
Great. Let's go over some of the questions you're getting and just any thoughts you have. And these are all things, folks, if you go ahead over to the page where you can go sign up, these are just outtakes from that page. So you said the program starts on the 22nd. Around how much time is someone going to need to spend here?
Yes. So we're going to ask you for 5 months, and we're going to ask you for 5 hours a week minimum. And the lion's share of that is going to be writing the stuff and then incorporating my fixes. Well, of course, I'll be fixing it as well. But there might be things where it's like, we really need a story that is specific to this thing. Now, you didn't know that, so I've answered the question you didn't even know to ask, and that makes it more persuasive. We've amplified the persuasiveness. But now you got to go write that story, write that up. And then I give you some feedback on it, make a few tweaks. Persuasionize it is what I call it. One of the people who said he's going to join, I just need to give the payment link for this, is he calls it Lisecizing. Like, I need you to Lisecize this piece of content for me. So there'll be lots of Lisecizing or persuasionizing the content. But we expect it to be an hour of FaceTime with me, with others a week, because we really want to lean into this group experience, because with many advisors, there is great wisdom. With this council of, I was about to say council of elders, is that's kind of how it feels, council of mentors. It's something like that. People from different and disparate, diverse industries who, because of their status as rising stars, as aspiring authorities, as future bona fide experts who are recognized as such by the VIPs of their industry, that's your future. That's who you want to be surrounded with. That's who you want to be getting feedback from, not the self-published poet in the writers group. Sorry, but that's just the way it is.
Next question we're getting is about the details on how much of it you're writing versus how much they're writing.
Yes. So will I write the book myself, Joshua? Yes and no. I will tell you what the correct book is for you to write. The one that is going to make you the most money, going to open the most doors for you, and make it easiest for you to convert readers into clients who pay you a crap ton of money. Okay. And then I will also assist you in crafting the outline so you know where everything goes. So when you sit down and you are expected to write something, you know what you're writing about. It's almost like fill in the blanks. It's like you're taking an essay or easy essay writing thing, or an easy to take sort of a test where you just show up and it's like, tell me a time about this. Oh yeah, I know what that is. Or I even say, tell me the story of this one specific thing that happened this one time, and oh, I know what that is. It will be like that, as opposed to, oh great, chapter 1. Shoot, where do I start? And then I read what you've written and I say, no, you did it all wrong. Well, that doesn't help you. That's a typical kind of writing, coaching, book writing sort of a group. I want to do as much of the difficult mental work for you as possible. And therefore, what's left up to you is to do what I tell you to do. If you can follow instructions, you are good for this. If you are tired of making all the executive decisions for your business, where you have to just figure everything out, you just want to sit back and be told what to do, and relax mentally, and just enjoy the experience of writing, this is perfect for you.
Great. The last question we're seeing a lot is about how much of time is someone actually getting with Joshua versus with the team or other people.
Yeah, so we're going to have a mix of one-on-one FaceTime with me and you only, you and me directly, and also you, me, and the other people who are part of the group. Because there's some things that I tell you all to do that, well, all of you need to know, and there's some things that are only useful for you to know. So we're going to have a mix of that. We will also have a mix. We'll also bring in the sort of a self-service sort of thing where if there's something that you need to do, you need to know, you need to figure out, you need to kind of reach out and say, okay, what am I supposed to do here? When was this due? What's the template for that? When is this going to happen? How do I order an author copy before the book comes out? Like, we will have all of that available as self-service, running it inside of this sort of community environment with keeping you on schedule, telling you when things are due, all of that good stuff.
Wonderful. So for people who are interested in this, the time that's starting is roughly now. We're starting next month, but there's almost no spots available already. They're almost all sold out. So the place to go is to lisecghostwriting.com/accelerator. Any last thoughts, Joshua?
Yes. Even though the applications are pouring in and we have way more applications than spots in there, I'm going to be picky and choosy because I only want people who are bona fide experts. I don't want aspiring experts. I want people who actually know what they're talking about in this group to make it maximally viable. So I'm going to be talking to every single person who applies that I feel like might be a good fit for this. So we'll probably still talk about this over the next week or so, most likely until the 26th. Still be taking applications till then, But I will announce, like, once I have talked to everybody and spots are gone, they're all gone. And like I said, we've got 2 literally pauses to paid already of the first cohort of 5. 2 other people have said, send me the link. So I have to get that, at least one more spot. So if you want it, you better impress me with your application.
Okay, folks, we'll see you over at licecghostwriting.com/accelerator.
Thanks, Brian.